So I watched WWE NXT, the November 6th, 2024 edition, and I just want to talk about it. Now, this edition I feel was like all about nostalgia, and that's because they were in the stadium or the arena where a lot of ECW shows were done. And so we had a lot of nostalgia with ECW tonight. And so I just want to talk about it. And the show started with Lola Vice versus Parker in a hardcore match. Now, I really enjoyed this match. I thought it was a fun little match. I think that Parker thrives in hardcore matches. The one she had with Mitchin was really good. And I think that Lola is really hard hitting because of her MMA style. So hardcore matches do fit her too. And so we saw a lot of good spots here. I like the opening. I like that Lola did her spinning fist. And she tried to hit Parker, but she hit the chair. And then the chair hit Parker in the face. And so I like that spot. I thought it was creative. I like the spot in the corner where Parker jumped off of a ladder and like literally sat on top of Lola that was already on top of a ladder in the corner. I thought that was a very inventive spot as well. Like I said, this was a really fun match. This was a fun match, and it was given time. In the end, though, I love the ending because Lola had been trying to put the sleeper on Parker like this whole entire match, to put her to sleep. And so she had Parker in the sleeper, and Parker from out of nowhere found a brick and just hit Lola in the face with the brick. It wasn't enough to take her out, but it was enough to set her up for Parker's finisher. And so Parker hit her finisher and she won. And Lola lost. But like I said, it was a nice little match, And then after this, we had a few segments, like Wesley attacked RVD, because that's who he is. He's a slimy heel, and I think it fits him very well. He's done very good in this character. He really has. And I think eventually he will get an NXT title shot against Trick. I think that is in his future. And then we had, the family. They had a segment, and it's interesting because they keep ignoring Spears and Brooks, and I don't think that they're gonna let them get ignored much longer. Like, I think they're gonna attack Tony because they've been trying to talk to him for 2 weeks in a row now, and Tony says like, someone else keeps coming to talk to Tony, and he's just like, well, bye. And so this time around it was Nunzio, and they set up a match for later. Right? And so then we had Wesley versus Javon Evans. I think this was a really good match. Of course, Wesley was trying everything he could to beat Evans. Like he was being his heelish self. And towards the end, what ended up happening is that RVD came out. Of course he came out. Why? Because Wesley attacked him before this match. And so RVD came out and distracted Wesley. And Wesley tried to hit him with a chair, but he ducked. And then that's when Evans took advantage and grabbed Wesley and put him right back inside the ring. And then he hit a frog splash from like way across the ring, right on top of Wesley, and he got the win. But like I said, this is ECW nostalgia. It's ECW nostalgia. And then Eddie Thorpe, a lot of people being ignored. He was trying to talk to Ava, but Ava was like, I don't have time right now. I don't know why he doesn't just make an appointment and see her in her office, but he's like, that's twice now, Ava, that's twice. And she's like, I know, but I have things to do. Like, I just feel like he should just make an appointment. You know what I mean? But I don't know if that's going to lead to anywhere. I just found that interesting. And then Ava just had the announcement that the Iron Survivor match is back, and it's gonna be in the next PLE. And then Stone decided to like trash Philly, and I'm like, why are we trashing Philly? Like, why are we doing that? But it was just to it was basically for Rhino to show up. I can find it. It was basically for Rhino to show up because, again, like I said, this is the ECW night. And so Rhino showed up and he speared Stone. Because I'm like, why would Stone do that? Well, Stone never wants to look bad in front of Ava, but he was just trashing the city. And then once the lights went out and I saw Rhino, I'm like, oh, okay, this is fine. Right? And then we had Ethan and Ridge Holland versus Trick and Bubba Ray. Now, this match was very interesting to me because it had a very interesting ending. At first, I really thought Ethan and Ridge were going to implode, and that's because they both want to go for the title. but they can't both go for the title. You know what I mean? You can only have one number one's contender, and Ethan already had his shot. And so I thought that they were going to implode, but it didn't turn out that way. It didn't turn out that way. I actually felt like this match just kind of ended abruptly. You know, we had Bubba. Bubba was in the match, and you know, he had offense, but then he was down. He was down for a while, and then he hit the tag to Trick, and Trick was in, and he was going, and he was flying, and he was doing what Trick does, and then Ridge caught him with a roll up, and bam, 1, 2, 3, Ridge pinned the champion. Ridge pinned the champion. Very interesting, because I didn't see that coming. I didn't see it coming at all. I thought that, you know, Bubba and Trick would win this match. But then, you know, after the match, they tried to attack Trick Williams, but it didn't work out because Bubba got back up. And Bubba and Trick attacked Ethan. And then they couldn't find tables, and Devon's music played, and he had the table, and Ethan Page went through the table. And so, like I said, interesting match. Nostalgia. It's just all about nostalgia. Right? And then we had the women talking. You know, we had earlier the 5 women, the baby faces. They had a promo, you know, basically hyping up the main event. And then we had the same thing with the heels. We had the promo hyping up the main event. And so, listen, when I was watching that promo by the heels, I was looking at Nyx, and I was like, what an amazing position to be in. Like, look who she's surrounded by. And technically, she's a rookie. She's a rookie. And so, I mean, look, she has the NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne, Cora Jade, Fallon, JC Jane. Like, she's being surrounded by veterans. And then she got to be in the main event against some great and amazing female wrestlers. Jordan Grace, she was there against Zaraya, she was there with Kalani, she was there with Vakur, she was there with Julia. Like, what amazing talent to be in a match in your rookie year. Like, I mean, I don't know if her rookie year is over, but I feel like she was the rookie in this match. And to be honest, I was like, wow, what a great position to be in. What a great position to be in. Right? And then we had like the Dawn match. Now this match, again, nostalgia, because there was an elderly person in this match, Nuncio, and he went against the Dawn, and there was just a lot of shenanigans. And this match was short. The Dawn won, of course, but I was just like, this was just here to be here. It did what it had to do. In Philly. All right? And then we had Lexus was talking with Regal backstage, right? And then Regal was talking with Charlie Dempsey. And then he suggested to the group that the 2 other men in that group should go for the tag team titles. And I was like, oh, that's really nice. You're just giving out free advice here, Regal. We really are. And then I like that they had the Lions, Nikita Lyon had a promo because she's like, I'm done being attacked. Nobody's attacking me no more. I'm doing the attacking. And that's why she's a heel. So I like that promo. I think that's going to be a good match. You know, and then we had the main event. And you know what? I think that this was a really good main event. I'm not going to say it was terrible. I'm not going to say it was bad. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought that it showcased all the women really, really well. I did wish that we had seen Zaraya more than in a squash match, because I feel like her introduction with us was she appeared, she attacked the Fatal Influence, and then she had a squash match, and now she's in a group match. Like, I wish we had seen her in a match that was competitive, so we can really see what she's made out of. Because you can only be showcased so much in a group. But anyway, besides that, I think this was a really good match. I think the ending was good. Jackson came out here. You know, the Meta Girls came out here. Julia took them out. And then at the end of the match, Zaraya speared Jordynne Grace. Yeah, it was an accident. But at the end of the day, she speared her. It didn't matter, though, because at the end of the day, Zaraya went against Roxy, and she hit her with her finisher, and then 1, 2, 3. Zaraya pinned the NXT Women's Champion. She pinned her. And so that's very interesting, because so did Stephanie Vakur. She also pinned Roxy. So let's see where this is going to go. Like I said, I like this match. there was just a lot of interesting points, and I want to see where we're going to go from here.